Aina all the way here in Grancel? Is there no one here? I'm pooped. I feel like more like a slave than a bracer with all this menial work getting dumped on me. Oh, hello. Are you here to lodge a request? Yes, that's right. Might I ask your name? I'm Scherazard Harvey, a bracer. I'm still a junior one, but I know what I'm doing. Don't you worry about that. Oh my, really? You look so young that I had no idea you were an actual bracer. My name is Aina. It's a pleasure to meet you. So what's the request you want to make? I don't have all day to stand around chatting. There's only 2 bracers at this branch right now, so we're very busy. If you could make it quick, I'd appreciate it. Oh, really? I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea you were... Did you not hear me? Or did you need me to explain to you what the word quick means? Oh, my apologies. Well, you see, it's my first time visiting the city. I thought it might be wise to come here and request that someone give me a tour of the main sites and such. The size of the place is rather daunting, as I'm sure you can imagine. But with a bracer who knows their way around at my side, I'd be able to enjoy all that Grancel has to offer without fearing getting lost. You've got to be kidding. Please tell me you didn't actually come here for such a worthless request. Pardon? You seem to be misconstruing what bracers are actually here for. We're not community volunteers or whatever. We have a serious profession and do serious work. And we're also very busy, as I said earlier, so I'm going to have to ask you to look elsewhere if you want a buddy for your sightseeing trip. I wasn't trying to... Or hell, just go and look around on your own. Getting lost is probably part of the experience anyway. Has this one lived in a box all her life? Typical rich girl. Besides, I need to focus on doing major jobs so I can get my letter of recommendation from this branch and get promoted to senior bracer. If you find something serious you need help with, by all means come back. Until then, get going. It looks like this isn't going to work. I'm really sorry for troubling you, but... It's Kurt! Oh, who do we have here? Have you come to make a request, perchance? Pardon us for not properly manning the front desk. That's currently my job, but I'm undertaking other work at the same time. Elna's not here yet? Oh, you don't have to apologize. I'd pay her no mind if I were you. She's a waste of time. She seems to have gotten in her head that bracers are friends for hire. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll get out of your hair now. Don't leave just yet. Scherazard. Huh? What is it? Do what she wants. Helping people in need is the fundamental mission of us bracers. You've got no reason not to help. Oh, what? But we are busy here. I don't have time to be playing tour guide. I've got more important things to do. Don't worry about the other requests on the board. I'll take care of those. But you're even busier than I am. You're even a receptionist on top of it. You needn't worry about me. Besides, you're still a trainee, which means you still have much to learn. So go. Once you finish this request, I'll write you your letter of recommendation. What? Really? Are you sure? This seems like way too simple of a job to be awarding something like that for... I thought it was your policy to give 100% to all the work you undertake. Well, it is, but... Then I'm counting on you with this job, too. Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. Take care, you two. Got it. I appreciate your assistance. This should hopefully do her good. Wait a second. Isn't this the hotel? The building you've just walked right past? Well, yes, but... Grancel Castle looks really heavily guarded. I should have known. There's gotta be some way to get past. This job's such a pain. I'm gonna go and catch a breather outside. There she is! What? What's going on?
You stay right where you are.
Protect all NPCs. Yeah, I know that. Don't walk up next to me. Oh. That's not good.
Oh, are you done already?
Don't give me experience points. I'm only level 10. What the? That guy was no amateur. Well, they haven't noticed anything hasn't happened just yet by the looks of it. It's only going to be a matter of time, though. I need to do something. Look, you, it's time for you to start talking. Who is this guy? I don't want the army to notice anything amiss either. Are you listening to me? Shh. Please be quiet. Well, at least now we know she's not in the hotel's guest list. I figured a rich girl like her would have had to stay at a hotel, but I guess not. We're just gonna have to start scouring the city. From top to bottom? There she is! Get her! Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, it came from over there. There she is! There's our target! The blonde! Get her! What's going on? You've got some serious explaining to do, Missy. Well, let's start running. The hell? Wait! I think we lost them. Just about. Okay, I've had enough of this. It's time for you to open that mouth of yours. Just who are these guys? Why do they want to catch you? What do you even want? Well, don't even try and worm your way out of answering. I will hurt you. With this. That sounds painful. No use hiding it any longer, is there? They're trying to capture me. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm asking why they want to capture you. Go on, get talking. Let me start from the beginning. I suppose it started a month ago. My grandfather, who I was living with, passed away. Your grandfather? That's right. He did mention that he intended to leave some of his fortune to me. But the will didn't just say some. He wrote that he intended to leave me everything he had. So, well, a super rich guy leaving his fortune to a young girl. Okay, everything's starting to fall into place. So now every relative you have under the sun is on you like ants trying to get their share. At the very least, I still think my uncle is a very nice man. He said he wants to look after me until I turn 20. So as part of that, you should let him look after all the money you've inherited? Ugh, unbelievable. Maybe. His eyes when he said that kind of scared me, so I ended up turning his offer down. Wait, hide. Is it really worth it to hire so many of these guys to follow her? Oh, I see. Most likely, that's the reason they want to capture me, so I'm not able to do that. They're no ordinary street thugs either. They clearly have some experience under their belts. How expensive is this, though? That makes no sense. That fortune must be worth a lot of money to spend this much money on henchmen. I can't believe they're just able to wander the streets of the capital in broad daylight like this. Just what is the army even doing? One of my relatives has connections in the Royal Army, so that's probably why. My family's pretty influential, actually. Ugh, I'm getting a headache just listening to all this. Hiring a bunch of suspicious, highly trained underlings to fight over an inheritance? You don't even get more stereotypically spiteful rich person than that. I'm sorry. I'm not looking for an apology from you. Still, this really isn't looking good. I might have been able to win the last battle, but I'm not confident I could win another. I think the best thing we can do is try and get back to the guild house without getting caught, but I can't see that being easy.
Sorry, this way's a dead end. You've been giving us a hell of a lot of trouble, but your luck's just run out. You're fast, though. I'll give you that. Now grab her!
Okay, well... let's just attack. Get wrecked, loser! Don't come near me! Oh. Oof. What are you doing? Got you. She tried to attack him? Don't attack him! Hold on. Oh, thank God. She did attack him! Okay, now you're asking for it.
Oh, are we done already?
What are you? 1, 2,
Whoa, what are you?
3. What? What's that?
A smoke grenade? My eyes!
Ready to go? Oh, what? Oh, what is this smell? Is this mustard gas? Wait up!
Don't let them get away! It's no use, it's locked. Out of the way, I'll get it open. It won't budge. Someone bring an axe. We're gonna have to smash it open. That damn bitch.
It looks like we bought ourselves some time. What were you thinking? What kind of insane maniac just uses a smoke grenade or mustard gas canister or whatever it was? You shouldn't even be making that kind of stuff. I thought you were a high-class lady. Truly. But it helped us get to safety, didn't it? Well, yeah, but still. Where did you even learn to make these things? My grandfather loved collecting books. He had his own personal library in the mansion. I learned all kinds of useful things from here. I take it you're not much of a book enthusiast yourself, so you probably wouldn't have read any of the things that I have. But there's a famous spy novel I remember reading, and it has a scene in it where the protagonist makes their own smoke grenade. She learned it from a book. I take it back. Miss Rich is written all over her naive face. Look, let me make this very clear for your own good. You might have gotten us out of a dangerous situation earlier, but you got lucky. Don't expect that to happen a second time. Don't go getting cocky just because you picked up some mildly useful knowledge from a book that may or may not have even worked. I don't want to see you doing anything like that again. Are we clear? Yes, of course. That's all. Let's get going. Being in sewers like these always brings back unpleasant memories. And some things you're better off not being able to do. The entire town smelled like a rotting, open drain and was reviled, even for a slum. The people who ended up there were largely those who couldn't be accommodated in a prison, those who'd been driven out of the cities, or children who'd been abandoned there like yesterday's garbage. I did whatever I had to in order to survive and live to see another day. Picking pockets at every opportunity was a habit I picked up from a very young age. Anything that caught my eye, I took. But even then, I didn't end up with enough to live on. There were always men there who made their living by taking from people like me. The surest way to make money was stealing from the safes of the rich when they were out of their mansions. The residential area full of wealthy people on the other side of the river, accessible through an underground sewer, was a perfect target for this. Every time I felt hungry, I sneaked inside one of the mansions and made use of the skills I felt like I'd known since the day I was born. The most important thing to remember when doing this was to not take everything in one go. Instead, the key was to take only a small amount each time, enough to get by, but not for the mansion's owner to notice anything was gone. With a simple piece of wire, I had access to enough mirror to live for a couple more weeks. Before I knew it, I was doing it every day, building up a stockpile of money instead of simply taking what I needed in the short term. And boy, I paid the price for it. I had it all taken from me by the men of the slums and ended up being kicked and stomped until I coughed up blood. Everyone did what they did, or they said they did as much anyway, so that they could keep on living. Always pretending to be desperate as an excuse to live by any means, but always taking the easiest route I could find. The town I lived in was devoid of energy, but full of filthy humans like them, and like me. Again and again, I thought about giving it up. Again and again, I said to myself that I wanted to stop, but I couldn't do it. I hated myself for what I was doing. I hated the fact that I couldn't stop. It was because I didn't want to return to that life that I ended up becoming a bracer. Because if I didn't, I was scared I would end up right back where I was. The troop had saved me from that place and made me into a respectable human being. But when I lost them, I was afraid. One thought stood out above all the rest. No matter how much I tried to forget, no matter how used I became to my new life, no matter how much I tried to deny it, I was yesterday's garbage from the slums, and nothing I could do would change that. And that's it, really. One day, I'm sure I'll end up returning there. That's why I need to be strong. To stay strong. What job I do doesn't even matter. Anything I can pour my heart into that'll let me live an honest life is fine. Anything that keeps my mind off the past. Anything that lets me keep the ugliness of my heart at bay. If it makes me strong without relying on others, then it's fine. I need to be strong. Stronger than anyone. But am I? Am I really doing alright in my new life? Am I really getting stronger? Am I, Lucy? Come on! Why are there still so many of them going around? How can we get to the guild like this? I think we're going to have to spend the rest of the night here, unfortunately. It won't need to come to that. I think if I find a good opening, we can force our way through. It's just a case of finding one. I don't think that's a good idea. We need to be careful and rest while we can. As logical as that sounds, I'm not buying it's her real reason. Get a grip, Schera. I can't let my emotions get the better of me. There's no guarantee we're even safe here, you know. I still think the safest option in the long run is to get to the guild, no matter what we have to do to get there. Hey! Where do you think you're going? I think the second floor is a better place to rest than the first. We'll find it easier to escape from here than we would from below. This should be a good spot. Wait one damn minute. This is your safety we're talking about here. You could stand to listen to me. Those men will be patrolling carefully for the rest of the night. They aren't going to give you the opening you want, or at least I don't believe they will. We've made it this far, so I think it would be best for us to rest tonight and resume trying tomorrow, don't you? Trying to do what? Pardon? You're still hiding something, aren't you? For one thing, you're awfully familiar with the city for someone who claims it's their first time here. You also seem to know a lot about these men and what they will and won't do, too. What exactly are you really after? It's plain as day at this point that you want more than not to be caught by them. If that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have asked to be shown around the capital. Not that I think that's what you want either. What's your real goal? Well? No answer? The work we do is based around trust. We can't accept requests from people who won't tell us what they're up to, or who knows what kind of crimes we could be abetting. Go on. The whole thing was about that inheritance was a lie, wasn't it? Something about you had been setting off alarms since we started running around together. Strike that. Since you first came to the guild. Why did you lie to me? The story about the inheritances is true. I swear it. I want to go to Gransel Castle. I really am the one to whom my grandfather gave his fortune. But I haven't finished the necessary procedures to truly inherit it yet. Until I complete the required paperwork in Gransel Castle's administrative room, I'm not legally allowed anything. And that's why there are so many of those men in black around this area. All of my relatives know exactly what I need to do, you see. So they're trying to make sure I can't do it. Still, if I don't keep trying to move forward, What a mess. Well, okay, for argument's sake, let's assume that I believe all that you have just said. Why am I only hearing about it now? That's... You thought I'd want in on that money, didn't you? If I did and I knew everything, I'd have all the opportunities a greedy girl could dream of to take it when together with you. That's what you thought I'd do, isn't it? I'd play along and then steal it all for myself the second a chance presented itself? Do I look like that much of a scumbag to you? No! You don't. That's not it at all. After I lost grandfather, I lived all on my own. But the second his will became public, I had crowds of people descending upon me. People who, like you said, were interested only in claiming his fortune for themselves. They all started to live in mine and my grandfather's house, and before I knew it, my once peaceful life was shattered. One day, someone would push me down the stairs. Another, I'd taste something funny in my food. These kind of things began happening on a regular basis. Legally, they were my relatives while I was a minor, so there was very little I could do. I tried reasoning with them at first, but in the end, I had no choice but to leave home myself. I wandered the highways alone, going from place to place and trying not to be discovered. But I knew that while I could hopefully avoid being caught that way, I'd eventually just be declared as missing and presumed dead. Besides, after I'd left once, even if I did go back home, I knew I'd probably be locked up somewhere and reported as still missing regardless. Grandfather's will would be declared as invalid in time, and my relatives would blissfully share their new bequeathed wealth between them. That's messed up. even if it's the last thing I do, I will formally inherit what he wanted me to. That's why I was decided to try and get an escort from someone I could trust. So, it's not that I don't think I could trust you. I will admit that wanting to explore the capital was a lie. I'm sorry for deceiving you. You're a grade A moron. I'm sorry. You could have said all this from the beginning and saved us a lot of headache. If I'd known what you were trying to do, I would have been able to formally escort you where you wanted to go. And the guild would have been the safest place for you to hide out, too. You wouldn't end up in a dump instead. I suppose you're right. I was just scared. I'll never be able to forget what I saw that day. What I saw in the eyes of everyone who gathered to hear the horror I felt when I saw it. Madness. Insanity. Cold, murderous light. Emotions that no one can explain. That no one can put into words. It wasn't visible for long before they managed to push it back below the surface and out of sight. But it was still there. Because now I believe that's something that's all of us possess naturally. Human beings are capable of limitless cruelty. Every one of us. And that realization's left me terrified of us all. It's not that I don't trust bracers. It's just that I've been so scared. I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't have wasted your time with any of this. I should never have gotten you caught up in all of this when you were busy enough already. Just listen. It's my policy to give 100% to all work I undertake. Don't underestimate me. I'm the one who should be apologizing to you. I've wanted to be strong and to live with my head held high. I still believe I was right to feel that way, and yes, I've lived my hardest until now. But you've made me notice that there's something wrong with my attitude. I'm not going about it the right way. It's made me realize anew that I want to be able to keep living with pride in my every step. So no more saying sorry, okay? I want to see this job through to the very end. So, where was it in Gransel that we needed to go again? The administrative room. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is noon. Noon? Today? That barely leaves us any time at all. It has to be filled within a month of the deceased passing. That's the law in Liberal anyway. I never was good at this legal stuff. I bet Kurt knows it all by heart, though. He did seem like the type who might. Let's get going. We don't have any time to waste. As long as we do what we've discussed here, we should be able to handle this. We're getting inside the castle, and they're not going to stop us. Miss Scherzard, I really am glad that you are the one who undertook my request. The more time I spend with you, the more I realize you're someone dependable, who relies on their own strength to live. You're blowing my merits out of proportion, I think. Also, can we stop with the Miss Scherzard now? The way you say it just makes my name sound ridiculously long. Does it? It does. It feels like our conversations take twice as long. Well, if you insist. And now you know all there is to know what I want to do, I'd like to formally request again that you escort me to Gransel Castle. You got it? You'll get there. I promise you that. They're in a box.
I knew you'd come eventually. Today's our last chance after all. Don't let your guard down. I know.
Get wrecked, loser!
There they are!
Too late?
Not allowed to hit her. Get wrecked. I think it'd be funny if she hits him so hard. Whack him again.
You're really gonna regret messing with us, kids. I hope you don't expect to just be able to walk away after showing yourselves. First, I'm gonna kill you. The other young lady can live a while longer. She's still useful. As long as we can get her to write her own will, it'll save us having to forge one later. You really think this will be that simple? If you think saying that is going to unnerve us, you've got another thing coming. Aina, you can still run, right? I'll take all of these myself. While I'm doing that, you run. What? You can't take this many opponents on yourself and have any chance of winning, you'll... Not gonna beg for mercy, I take it? You've got something you need to do, so do I. So let's just do them. Don't worry about me, as if I have any intention of dying here.
What are you even talking about? Damn you.
Go! I said go!
You seem to be having a little trouble over there, Scherazard. It's Kurt! Who the hell are you?
Kurt? What are you doing here?
Have you forgotten that I'm affiliated with the Grancel branch of the guild? I see nothing odd about my presence here.
Well, I know, but...
I'm happy that you seem to have realized exactly what it is that you must do. But I can't say I'm as pleased about how willing you appear to be to throw away your life without first exploring other options.
I'm sorry.
I can't entirely fault your decision from the perspective of a bracer, but I would like you to give a little more attention to your surroundings. I'm well aware that you seem staunchly opposed to relying on others, but take a good look at the situation you're currently in and tell me exactly what it is that you should really be doing.
Kurt, can you take care of things here for me?
Certainly.
Rise, storm, from the space between sky and sea!
They sure are taking their time. The hell are they even doing? No, there's no need to be so hasty. Capturing her isn't even necessary to the plan as far as I'm concerned. As soon as the noon bell chimes. True, as that may be. Sure, that would invalidate the will and ensure she doesn't get all the money, but it'd also mean you have to share it with everyone else. Which means our share will end up going down. I'd kinda like to avoid that if we can. Don't you worry, we've got plenty of options. Remember, you're only dealing with a single young girl.
Uncle?
Why? Oh, dear. What are you doing here, Aina? I keep telling you how dangerous it is to go venturing outside. And alone at that.
You blind old man? She isn't here alone.
Oh, I can see you. Getting in my way.
It's like they don't even care if they kill Aina in the process.
That wasn't a very good shot. I'll take it marksmanship isn't exactly your forte. Sorry, sir.
Let's just force our way through here. We don't have time to mess around. Got it.
It's time to come along home, Aina. Everyone's waiting for you, you know.
Someone's been naughty.
Oof. Hey! Not cool. Ah! Stop that! Well, that's not very good either. Ah! Hit him really hard, please. Thank you. Get wrecked, loser. Oh no. Ah, I'm gonna die. Ooh, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Aina, finish that guy up there. I'll take care of this dude off to the left. or don't. That's fine too. You are a jerk. You know that? Okay. I've got this. Lame. Aina, finish him. Or that guy. That's cool too. Get wrecked, loser. Okay, that hurt. Okay.
Oh, are we done already?
Good. Well, your henchmen have been finished off. I paid good mirror to hire them, and this is the quality of service I receive? This has to be a breach of contract, surely. This isn't acceptable at all. She's gonna whack him really hard.
I've got no interest in inheriting grandfather's land or his money. That's not why I've been running away from you or doing any of what I've done. But much as I don't need it, I know I don't want you to have a single mirror of it either. I'm so sorry. Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning. I sometimes really find myself doubting you're actually from a rich family like you say you are. We're finally here. I can't believe a girl like you could actually keep up with me running full throttle. Anyway, get that paperwork done, quickly. I'll be watching from here. I'll be as quick as I can then. Charizard, it looks like I need a witness to sign this. A witness?
Oh!
If you're okay with me doing it. Of course I am, silly. In fact, I want it to be you. Then I'd be happy to. I never thought the day would come when I would be called as a witness for something like this. Or that the day would come when I'd be able to proudly say I was a senior bracer. Or that I would be able to feel overwhelmed with pride over something in the first place. The undersigned Aina Holden shall hereby inherit the property of Saul Joan Holden. It's finally over. That's the request wrapped up, right? Actually, no, there's one more thing I need to do. We're still not done? Could you possibly bring me an application form? I'd like to make a donation to Her Majesty's Welfare Foundation.
Well played. Well played. She's like, I'm not rich anymore. Suck that. Cheers.
I still can't believe you gave all that money away. Well, maybe you don't need all of it, but you'll still need to live, right? Well, I suppose you're right. What I did was a little strange, but I made up my mind to do this from the very beginning as a matter of principle. When I said I didn't do any of this for money, I meant it. Still, congratulations on becoming a senior bracer. I'm not sure what the difference between a senior and junior is, but it's clear that's something you really worked for. It means I have a lot more authority, but I've got a lot more responsibility to go with it. It also means I get a nice new badge.
I see you're finally beginning to understand the necessary mindset to be a bracer, Scheherazade.
It's Kurt. This might look like alcohol to you, but it's actually water?
As today is admittedly a cause for celebration, I will turn a blind eye to your drinking tonight. Just don't go drinking so much it interferes with your ability to do your job.
Fine. What is it?
As you're fully aware, you are now a senior bracer, which means you must behave with more responsibility. That means I expect to see an end to you drinking in every free moment between jobs. Not gonna happen, Kurt. Regardless, this isn't here what I'm to discuss. The matter I came for concerns your uncle, Aina. I came to make you aware of the fact that the Bracer Guild is capable of asking for leniency in his punishment. Hiring a Jaeger Corps for personal use carries a very grave punishment, you see.
A Jaeger Corps? Are you referring to those men dressed in black?
Yes, they're one of the many corps that are known to be active here in Liberal. Recently, there have been many such corps making their way into the country, and they've been successful in finding work, too. Hiring them is, of course, very illegal, but with the army as slow as they are to act, I've taken this chance to take care of them, though, so we shouldn't see any sign of them in the future.
Take care of them? All of them? Now it makes sense. So it wasn't a coincidence that he showed up when he did. He's been investigating all the Jaeger Corps and Liberal so he could start an operation to wipe them all out? No wonder he seems so swamped.
The Jaegers in the country have been targeting wealthy individuals in hopes of getting them to sign contracts. There have been countless cases like this all around the country of late, with civilians getting caught up into it at a worrying frequency. I believe the cases we're dealing with here was no exception, in that it was the Jaegers who came to your uncle rather than the other way around. It's hard to feel too much sympathy under these circumstances, but in a sense, your uncle was a victim in all of this as well.
What are you trying to pull? Just because the Jaegers approached him and not the other way around, he's a victim? That he deserves to get off with a slap on the wrist? And Aina's supposed to be okay with that? He tried to kill her!
Schera, please calm down. There's no need to shout.
I'm sorry, but still.
No one's saying he doesn't deserve to be punished for his actions. All I'm here to say is if, and only if, Aina wishes, the guild is able to request leniency in his sentencing. That is all.
Oh. You scared me for a minute.
You need to make your decision immediately. Questioning him will take roughly a week as it is, based on what I've heard. You bear no responsibility to even make a choice at all, so please don't feel as though you have to think long and hard about this. Just please be aware that the possibility to forgive him exists. That is all. Incidentally, should you ever find yourself in need of assistance with anything in the future, the Bracer Guild is always available to you.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for not telling you the whole story from the start, too.
Please, don't be. With the situation you were in, your reluctance is quite understandable. Furthermore, one who is worthy of being a full-fledged bracer should be able to tell roughly what a client wants just from looking at them. They should also not, under any circumstances, try to chase away a potential client in a genuine need.
Ouch. I've still got a long way to go then, huh?
Certainly, but don't we all? Alright, I've said what I came to say, so I'll be excusing myself now.
Oh, really? You could stand to join us for one drink.
I'm afraid not. I still have my duties as guild receptionist remaining after all. As for you, Schera, be careful you don't have too much water.
Crud. Why's he always gotta be so serious? Oh, actually, how about you, Aina? Can you handle your liquor? If you can, you should join me for a few drinks.
Joining you for a few drinks is the least I can do.
Then let's get to boozing. Tonight's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what a prim and proper girl looks like when she gets drunk out of her mind. This is gonna be awesome. Cheers.
Little did she know.
I've seen girls just like her on the other side of that river. Silky blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, smooth skin. The blessed, blissful children on the other side dressed like royalty and smiling like angels. Seeing them, I ask myself the same question over and over again. Why aren't I on that side? I envied them, hated them. I both longed to be one of them and rejected their very existence. I knew the answer to my question from the very beginning. I despaired in myself, always tried to avoid others getting too close, believing that to be what I needed to do in order to live. But I could never completely get rid of the tiny, lingering hope deep within my heart. That eventually, no matter how long it took, the day would finally come when I could smile from the heart. That the day would come when I would finally be able to accept and forgive myself for how I was. The next day, Aina visited the Bracer Guild and registered her desire for her uncle to be shown leniency in his sentencing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to accompany her, having been drunk under the table by her the night before.